All around the planet, people are awakening to the reality that humanity and the Earth are now entering a heightened phase of activity on their inseparable journeys of growth and expansion. This acceleration is marked by the increasing intensity of global events and by the rising temperature of nearly every planet in our solar system. While here on Earth, time itself seems to be speeding up and chaos mounting as phenomenal shifts occur in our physical and perceptual realities with increasing rapidity. The simplest explanation behind this sense of speeding up is that our planet's vibrational frequency is rising. This event, which many ancient cultures have prophetically termed the quickening, has begun, and it is the greatest opportunity of our times. For we are living in a period of tremendous change, where humanity's truths are shifting with exponential rapidity as today's more advanced technologies and awareness are working to reveal the new truths of tomorrow. And just as the perspectives of those who were born 50 or 100 years ago have had to shift to allow for our present version of reality, so too will we be invited to expand our perspectives of what is possible, to allow for the unfathomable changes that will come with the turning of the age and the birth of a new world.
We were saying how very important it is to bring about in the human mind the radical revolution. The crisis is a crisis in consciousness.
The secrets of the cosmos lie through the wormhole.
It's actually part of a 25,000-mile-long circle.
This 100-kilometer wide circle goes through many significant ancient sites across the globe. In Peru, it passes through the Paracas Drawing, the Nazca Tracks, Ollantaytambo, Machu Picchu, Cusco, Sacsayhuaman, and the Paratoari Pyramids. In Africa, it crosses Mali and the mysterious Dogon lands, where they knew the stars Sirius B and C before any astronomers. Algeria and the Tassili Nijar, with its painted Martian god. In Egypt, it goes through the Siwa Oasis and its Zeus Ammon temple, and through the Great Pyramid at Giza. Next, it crosses Petra, Ur, where Abraham was born, Persepolis in Iraq, Mohenjo-Daro in Pakistan, where the unreadable writing is found. Date from different times. Most were built on the ruins of more ancient sacred sites, At some remote point in the past, someone had built a series of sacred sites on this line, circling the globe. The circle was as long as the equator, but the mystery doesn't end there. If we take this circle as an equator, then its north pole will be located here, and the triangle formed by this point, Nazca and Giza, exactly matches the shape of the Great Pyramid. The distance between Nazca and Giza equals the distance between Teotihuacan and Giza. The same is true of the distance between Angkor Wat and Nazca, and between Mohenjo-Daro and Easter Island. The distance between Easter Island and Giza is 10,000 times the golden number. The distance between Angkor and Giza multiplied by the golden number equals the distance between Giza and Nazca. And the Giza-Nazca distance multiplied by the golden number equals the Nazca-Angkor distance.
I mean, to raise a name that everybody has heard, which is the name of Atlantis, you know, what is... these days, I don't know how it is in America, but in Britain, if you talk about Atlantis, you're automatically considered to be mad. You don't need to do anything else to qualify for the madhouse. Just say the word Atlantis, and they'll put you in it. However, that's a very irrational view of Atlantis. What's intriguing about the Plato story of Atlantis is that he actually puts a date on it, which very few myths do. He said that it happened 9,000 years before the story reached the Greeks. And that takes us back to 9,600 BC, which is 11,600 years ago.
Right.
And that's smack in the middle of one of the big episodes of sea level rise at the end of the Ice Age.
So
How did Plato know that date? I mean, if he's made it up, and if he's just picking a date at random out of his imagination, isn't it intriguing that the phenomenon he describes, which is a worldwide flood, a flood that affected both the Atlantic and the Mediterranean, and which destroyed a great civilization, that such events were happening at that time?
Our history, as we are taught it, as it is brought down generation through generation here in the West, is I guess it's still being tweaked and corrupted, you know, every 20, 30 years, or even more often than that.
And I have spent nearly a lifetime trying to figure out what happened.
My name is James Koo from Coquitlam. Well, when I sing love, peace, and harmony, especially the third line, join hearts and souls together. Now, I'm not just joining hearts and souls of human beings. You should join hearts and souls of all universes, so huge. And so don't limit yourself just human beings, but reach out to all universes. It's huge. Human beings are very tiny compared to the universes. So open your hearts. It will expand and cover all universes. And that is something I'm trying to do, and I'd like to share with you.
Here we are at one of the world's oldest sacred sites, the Osirian Temple at Abydos, Egypt.
very little writing is found in the Osirian Temple. However, there is one very significant piece of information in that temple. It is a very faint but clear and precise drawing. It's not etched into the rock, it's not carved, it's burnt into the atomic structure of the rock in some extraordinary way.
I'm not making this up. This single image will change everything. When I mentioned in Lesson 5 that the ancient Egyptians and even more ancient civilizations knew about a deeper, basic understanding of the universe, this is the flower of life. And it is also the creation pattern of everything in existence. Even non-tangible things, emotions, thoughts, music in its entire spectrum, everything comes from this image.
Nassim has decoded the Osirian symbol in 3 dimensions.
here. We have to go beyond that.
And the people are starting to realize that they're all connected.
I was no longer a fragment of the universe. I was the universe.
As 6.2+ billion people of the Earth witness unprecedented changes in their world.
More and more obvious to people that there's a shift going on, a planetary shift.
We are the generation of hope. We are the generation of hope. Another me, another dream.
You cannot escape the responsibility of tomorrow by evading it today.
Don't forget to touch your camera. We'll keep track of that footage.